stopping by today. And to all my newbies, I appreciate you subscribing, liking, and commenting on my video. I'd like to explain to all the new dreamers what my channel is about. I believe in helping others dream again. As we go through life, our dreams and goals are put on the back burner. And my goal with this channel is to help others to reignite their dreams and their goals. Now, on my channel, you're going to see a lot of cooking and a lot of talking. Now, today, I'm actually going to make shrimp kebab. As you can see, I have all the ingredients laid out here. We have black pepper, dried oregano, fresh oregano. I actually have this fish seasoning mix that I got when I went to Greece. Well, now I'm going to begin to put the marinade together and talk a little bit about my special topic today for how to activate the law of attraction. And the topic that I want to share with you today is taking full responsibility for yourself and for your life. So we are going to chop up the oregano, squeeze and zest the citrus, and put the dry seasoning in the bag, in my hefty storage bag, and so we can get the marinade going and add the salt and the pepper. With marinades, I don't use my taste to know if everything's right. I use my nose. So what I'm gonna do is add all the ingredients in, and then when I smell it and it smells like what I want to taste, then I know I got it right. But like I told you earlier, I wanted to talk about taking full responsibility for our lives. That seems to throw some people for a loop because we think we already take full responsibility for our life, but we're probably just taking responsibility for the things that we know we've done right and the things that we believe that we've done only we've done wrong. But when you take full responsibility for your life, you take responsibility of every situation and you look back on it from a perspective of what could I have done differently to change the outcome of that situation if it was an unlikely outcome. So for instance, I'll give an example at my job. I had to set up these meetings for auditors that were coming in with VPs in different departments. And it is taboo to contact a VP and ask them what their schedule is so that I can make the appointment. So how do you do that? So I actually looked up the admins that were assigned to each VP. And I emailed the admins and I requested their help. And then I realized that I needed a little bit more help, and I asked one particular admin to help me and just book all of the meetings in this one conference room because that's the only conference room that they use over there on that level, and I didn't get a positive response. So I went to my boss to talk to him about it, and I explained to him what was going on and I didn't know what to do, and I got really frustrated with him because he didn't really give me any solution to my situation. He basically gave me more work and just told me however you figure it out, you need to figure it out, right? So that being said, I kind of walked out of his office while he was in the middle of speaking because I was extremely frustrated and I didn't want to say anything out of line to him. And I sat back down and I was upset, and I felt like it was his fault for giving me this work this way and not with enough instruction, not letting the other VP admins know that I was going to be contacting them. And remember, I don't serve as an administrative function at my job. I am an analyst. So I understand how the administrative world works. So I knew that this was going to be a difficult task, even though it should be simple. So all in all, at the end of the day, everything worked out and everything was fine. And what I had to remember was, yes, I blamed it on him why it went sour. And then I thought, but what could I have done better in the situation? because there's always ownership that I could take so that I would know how to do something differently moving forward. And what I came out of it was I should have explained to him how much help I needed and really asked him to help me. I didn't do that. I kind of went in complaining about the situation. So if I'm just making a complaint, what does that mean to him, you know? And I should have come with some constructive questions so that I could have gotten the proper guidance. So that's what I mean by accepting full responsibility versus blaming it on him and just staying in a frustrated state. What could I have done differently to have a better outcome? And that could be in a lot of different places in our lives. That was just a small example just to give you an idea of where I'm coming from. But it is important for us to move through life understanding that the interactions that we're going to have with other people aren't always going to have the outcome that we want. But we still need to know that everything isn't the other person's fault. What fault do you have in it? Because when you give that kind of power to someone else that they can cause havoc on your day or your situation or your heart or your mind or your soul, when you give that power away to them, you are hurting yourself. That's why it's better to think and with this mindset of everything in my life is my responsibility. I take ownership. And what do I need to do to make sure things move smoothly the way that they should? And as you interact with other people, the way you originally thought might not work out, but that doesn't mean that any part of that isn't your fault. You have to take full ownership. When you take full ownership, you take your power back. Think about that. When no one has control over how you react to a situation, when no one has a control over the direction that you're going to take in your life, but you hold that power, that's some serious power. Don't give your power away. So I need to get back to this cooking. So I don't have a zester like the little zesters you see with them, they have when they do the cooking channels. So I just use my grater that has the 4 sides on it. So I just use this side. That should be good enough for, this side right here should be good enough for zesting. And it is. Wow. I can smell the marinade already, and all I have is the orange zest. Well, I have my marinade, and I smelled it, and what I realized was I don't have any garlic in there. See, that nose is on point. So I'm going to smash up some garlic and put it in this dish. Now I think we got it. So I'm, like I do, I'm mixing it all together like that, and I just smell this. It smells really good. It smells Mediterranean, but I needed to add more garlic to it. Well, garlic period, because I didn't have any in there. And I actually think I'm going to put more garlic in it because I really, really like the taste of garlic. So this is already set to go. So I'm going to take these nice, look how big these shrimp are. Aren't they huge? They're huge. Oh, I'm sorry about my hands. I've been chopping food up, but these shrimp are huge and they are going to be so tasty. And I'm going to put them on skewers. I have skewers that I never use. Instead of using the grill thing that I have, because I actually want to do the kebab thing for the whole presentation of it. So remember, when you use these wooden kebab sticks or wooden skewers, that you need to put them in water first so they don't burn up on your grill. Well, I'm about to head outside and get this fire started. Okay, so I have my long lighter and my newspaper, and those are essential in getting the fire started. So let's get on out here. And I want to show you the coal that I use and the wood. Okay, so I use just the regular Kingsford if I can help it all the time. I don't buy the other cheap stuff. And then I buy the wood chunks. You really see these wood chunks. See. I'm going to take some out the bag so you can take a look. I take the newspaper and stick it at the bottom here. The next thing I'm going to do is put the wood in the grill, because you need to put the wood on the bottom, because then you want to dump the coals on top. And this is what the wood chunks look like. Coming along, which means it won't be long before we dump those on the coals. But those dump those on the wood. But the coals have to catch fire all the way to the top and ash over. The ash over part is important because that means that they're all completely really, really hot. And they will light the wood. And even when the coals go out, the wood will still be lit. And the embers from the wood will cook and smoke your food. Some good eating, y'all. Some good eating. See how they're ashed over? You see that heat coming from the bottom? That is what we are looking for. So now I need to dump the coals into the grill. So the coals are done. I showed you they're all ashed over. So we're gonna take this and dump these coals in the grill. And I wanna dump them right on top of the wood. Well, I think the fire is heated up enough that it's time to put the skewers on the grill, but we have to put the skewers together. Remember I told you I had them soaking in water. You see they're a little damp. I have 9 shrimp, so I should do 3 per skewer. That will make it even. As you can see, I have the 9 shrimp, and then here I have my onions and green peppers. So I'm gonna put a green pepper on first. Ta-da! So have you been marinating on the concept of taking your power back, taking responsibility and ownership for your entire life? It's a powerful concept, and what I want you to take away from all of this is taking full responsibility for your life doesn't feel good all the time, because a lot of times you know someone else did you wrong, and the reason why you were in your predicament is because of them, and you want to hold on to that hate, hurt, anger, pain. But when you understand the concept of taking responsibility for your entire life, you no longer do that. You let that person go. You're free. And what I mean by let them go, I'm not saying you let them go out of your life unless that's what you choose to do, but you let the energy that situation caused you go. You just release it. So that way you can keep that even keel vibration that I tell you about, so that you can create and manifest your best life. So now we're gonna take these skewers outside and we're gonna put them on a grill. Okay, we're back out here at the grill. I have the shrimp. Look at that. Now that's what I call grilling. Girls can grill too. I'm telling you, girls can grill too. Well, we're all done, dreamers. Check this out. Look how good this plate looks. Look how good this plate looks. I mean, good. From every angle, just good eating, just good eating. And I've been nibbling on the vegetables and they're really good. They're very citrusy. All the orange and lemon that's in there. Don't forget that zest. Thanks for hanging out today. I hope you learned a few things. 1, how to grill shrimp, how to make a marinade, and 2, how to take responsibility for your life. And this is gonna be some good eating. You might wanna try this. And remember, I didn't do much to the Mahatma yellow rice, nothing. So you could get that, buy it, cook it, fine. And then the black beans, all I did was I added onion powder, garlic, and cilantro to it, and fresh garlic to season it. But that's all I added to that. No salt or anything like that. So if you like what you saw today, you enjoyed the cooking lesson, please give me a thumbs up. Also, if you're a newcomer, remember to subscribe. The button is right down there on the bottom right. It's the red word. It says subscribe. Click on that. After you click on that red button right down there, it will turn into a gray bell button. Click that and then select all. And that way you can get alerted to every new video that I have coming out. Anyway, have a great day, dreamers.